Guys, it's a great day today. I got a new bottle, a fresh release from Jim Beam, none other than Booker's By the Pond. So you know what time it is. It's Booker's time. Hey, I'm Tim, the Suburban Dad. I love Booker's, clearly. So I'm excited to give this batch a try. It is a brand new release. Each batch of Booker's always has its own unique story based on the title of the batch. So this is By the Pond, and Fred talks about how growing up at one point their dad, Booker, wanted to have a pond in the backyard so that way he could raise fish and be able to have fresh fish for dinner. So apparently, according to the story, Fred and some buddies dug this pond by hand, and they had all kinds of tribulations of keeping the right water in there and keeping the fish healthy and all that stuff. Fun name for a batch. It is 7 years, 1 month, and 20 days old, 126.5 proof. I'm excited to dive right in, give you guys my thoughts on it. Lovely. Now next week I'll be doing my new bourbon release video for July. And I'm going to have some fresh info about this year's Booker's The Reserves, which you will not want to miss out on. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications button. That way you know when these videos are dropping. Excellent. We'll let that rest and open up a little bit. So far this year we had Barry's batch, and now By the Pond. I'm going to be using my custom rating scale of nose, palate, mouthfeel, finish. 20 total possible points. Now sometimes I try a bottle right away, fresh pour, and I don't necessarily care for it that much, but I like it later. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it's very rare that I totally hate a bottle at first, and then I come back to love it later. That's happened maybe once or twice over my whole bourbon experience. So I generally have a pretty good idea, even if it's not its optimal state yet with the first pour, I at least have a pretty good idea of what I'm getting myself into. Color-wise, nothing fancy, typical honey-colored. Now on the nose, sweetness. Okay, so it's more of a candy, desserty type sweet, not so much fruity. Some vanilla caramel with Booker's. And I had this thought the other day. I want to go look back on all the descriptor cards in each batch and see how often Fred talks about vanilla and oak in his descriptions. I feel like he says that every single time. So Booker's batches do vary quite a bit in flavor, but they do have similar undertones overall. Having a hard time pulling out anything too distinct on this one. It's not a bad nose, it's just rather plain. Just some vanilla, yeah, very vanilla, and a little bit of sweet oak. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So on the nose, I'll give it a 3.5. Not a super strong start, but not awful. Yeah, let's try it. It's bright, it's got some sweetness to it. It's balanced by a little bit of oakiness, but it's not, okay, so far so good. Let's try a second taste. All right, so this reminds me a lot of 2024-01. It's named after a city. I don't remember the name of it, but last year's first batch had a very strong citrusy note to it. It was okay at first, but then it had too much drying oak at the end. This is a better version of that. It doesn't have that real drying, oaky finish. It actually does start off with some sweetness, a little orange citrusy notes in there, some vanilla, and then a little bit of the sweet oak at the end. Caramel up front too on the fore palate. Fairly standard Booker's batch, I would say. Maybe a little more citrus heavy than some. A decent amount of caramel in there to tame it. So on the palate, I'm gonna give it a 4. Then the mouthfeel is quite good. It's rather chewy, so there's a good amount of substance to it. It's coating, Coats all my tongue up to the cheeks. It lasts a long time, just it coats that tongue very nicely. I like that mouthfeel quite a bit. I'm gonna give that a 4.3 on the mouthfeel. Finish wise, it's got a long finish, rather huggy. The finish ends more in the sweet oak. Again, not a bitter, drying oak, pleasant oak. I'm not a big oak guy, so this oakiness is a good kind of oak. Yeah, long finish, good flavor to it. I'm gonna have to go with another 4.3 on that one. That's good. It's a good finish. Total score on this one, it's pretty decent. We got a 16.1. That's pretty darn good. Booker's is always great whiskey. Some batches are exceptional. This is somewhere in the middle, I'd say. It's not truly exceptional, but it's far from the lower rungs. Now, I am curious, just for kicks and science, to add just a drop or two of water, just a drop with that amount. See what that does to it. Does it open it up and free some of those hidden flavors, or does it overdo it and ruin things? Opens the nose up more, get more of the fruitiness on the nose. It's more sweet. Yeah, it definitely opens the nose more. Yeah, more of a fruity, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what kind of fruit, but it does give me more of a fruity note with some water added. Okay, so same thing with the palate. When you add water, it's a lot more of the fruit-forward notes. A little bit of orange, but it's like peachy almost. I could go either way. Probably wouldn't add water really to this one. So yeah, it's fine. So this is good. It's an average Booker's bottle. I was still able to get this for 90 bucks around me. The cheapest I've seen it is at Costco for 87. So it's not, prices for Booker's have not gone up. They definitely have not dropped, but they've not gone up either, which is cool. So would I recommend it? I would recommend it. Nowadays, it seems like you don't have to kill yourself trying to find Booker's, which is great. So I wouldn't kill yourself to find it, but definitely if you're a Booker's fan, it's an easy buy. If you're new to Booker's, it's not necessarily your best example of Booker's, but it's still gonna treat you nicely. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. Comment with your favorite batch of Booker's so far in the comments. I'm curious to hear it. And until next time, cheers.